Good morning. Just left the Azalea Camp. Slowly moving. That was a big day yesterday, so a little tired. But we back on the trail, walking, getting the legs moving. And I was looking at the mileage. This may be the last day in the woods. I think I can make it to town today. I'll have to see. How I'm feeling midday. Because I am definitely sore. My poor feet are hurting a little bit, but I think once I get moving, get the blood flowing, I should be good. So here's where I took my spring bath last night. Felt good. Had to do it in the dark though. The amount of spider webs in this section alone has probably been more than the entire Florida trail has been that bad. Like, I have my trekking pole up in front of me. That's like its main use in this section. It's just to knock down the spider webs that are strung across, like the trees. They go across the path and they're just always face height every 3 steps. It's awful. Anyone missing a button-down shirt and a pair of boots? Santa Gertrudis Drive. That's where we are. Nice and quiet back here. Got little houses on the lake. And now it takes you into this like nice little neighborhood. Look at these houses. Taking a right on Nichols Lake Road. This has been a very peaceful and enjoyable neighborhood walk. Cruising right along here, even though I had a slow start. It looks like I'll be able to get to Navarre today. I think it's just a little over 20 miles from here. So I'm definitely gonna push and get there. Already got the hotel booked. Yeah, usually if I can get to a city within a day or, before the sun sets, I'll do it, I'll push it. And plus, I just realized the Final Four is on tonight, so I gotta try to be able to watch that. Also, I'm just these woods over here in Eglin are they're exhausting with all the spider webs, and actually not as too bad ticks on the west side of Eglin, but man, it's just getting annoying. I've been going this might be 7 or 8 days straight, so yeah, I'm due for a couple of 0 days. This is the Southern Raceway. So that Southern Raceway that we just passed is actually car and monster truck racing, and probably like rallies there too and everything. That's pretty neat. That would be a cool experience. Coming up to State Road 87. So we'll be going south on this road, down to my left. But first we're gonna stop over at this Cumberland's. This is the haul from the gas station. Got a banana, yogurt, this little protein coffee, I don't know. Check it out. But I found a nice little alcove over here to kind of sit and eat my breakfast real quick. They did let me fill up my water bottles in there, which is nice, so I should be good to go. Just gonna take a quick rest here, eat, and then continue along this road walk. All done at Cumbies. Good stop. Got the rest there, eat my food, and now we are doing the 87 road walk to the Yellow River Trailhead, I believe, which is just over 2 miles. So I'm on the west side. It looks like there might be a sidewalk over there, and I see an orange blaze, so I'm gonna cross over real quick. And wouldn't you know, there is a walkway here. I wasn't paying attention, I was just cruising along, crossing over the Yellow River. So I'm at the Yellow River Trailhead, and it says go right. I'm guessing we scramble across the highway again, over that guardrail. So I made it to this blaze, hopping over here. I see blazes up ahead and a right signal. All I read a comment where there's like a hole in the fence. I don't know. I don't see anything. This part's confusing. We're gonna figure this out together. Okay, looks like right here, I see the gate peeled back. All right, how about that? So far out was very accurate in regards to that like particular section crossing the highway. But at first it was a little confusing because you're so high up on the shoulder looking down, trying to figure out where the hell to turn in. Toilet on trail. They are just doing a lot of logging on this trail. Ooh, a little sloppy in this section. Guess I'm not done with the hills. I thought this section was gonna be flatter. Didn't really check the elevation profile, but damn, still going uphill. I just did a pretty decent climb, and now, then it leveled off, and now it feels like I'm going back uphill again. So you can go right down to Buck Pond if you need water, but we're all set, so we're just gonna continue along the Florida Trail. It's a tricky game, trying to keep the water weight low, but at the same time, you don't want to dehydrate. So it's kind of like, I mean, you know your body, and you'll feel it. You'll feel like the dehydration coming on. But the goal is to prevent that, right? You don't want that to happen. So you got to drink enough water, yet you don't want to carry too much because it'll weigh you down. So it's always a challenge, especially when it's this hot out too. So you got to constantly keep drinking water. There's definitely been more ups and downs than I anticipated. But whenever there's like a steeper slope, it kind of takes stress off your knees and your ankles. I do like little baby steps to keep the momentum going. Quick little baby steps to get up the hill. I remember I had to do that in Madeira, and that worked out great. Made it to the Weaver Steep Head Loop. Now you can go straight to bypass like the steep descent down to the water. But if you need water, like I do, and you just keep following the Florida Trail. Plus I heard this is a nice section. Yeah, it's a nice little descent. There better be water down here. Better not be dry. So the trail continues up to the left. But the creek is right here. Water. Looks a little muddy down there. So there's the path over there. I kind of just skirted along the edge there, came down, went up this tree, maneuvered my way around here, and then boom, right at the source. Maybe a little difficult certain times, but there's always a way. There's always a way to get that water. There's always a way to figure things out. All done filling up with water. Let the ascent begin. Ooh, that is a pretty steep drop for Florida. My Lord. Kind of reminds me of Thailand a little bit, where it drops off the edge like this. It's finally hitting me how close I am to the end of this. I'm kind of getting a little emotional. It's always on these big journeys, these big goals where once I can see the end, see the finish line, it just hits me. That emotional high, and it's, oh man, it's quite the feeling that you did it. It's not over yet, but goddamn, so close. On every adventure, on every goal that I've set out to, that's so much bigger than myself. That's just such a massive accomplishment. It always hits me right before the end. It happened in Madeira. happened on the Ocean to Lakes Trail. It happened when I summited Mount Meru in Tanzania, crying like a little bitch. It's just the nostalgia. Like, it brings back all these memories. I 100% found what I was looking for on this journey and so much more. Coming up to State Road 87, we got to cross it again. We made it outside the fence. That was easy enough to figure out, and I'm assuming we got to do the same thing on the other side over there. All right, made it safely across, but now we got another wire contraption here. Oh, okay. It's just that little latch. After getting across State Road 87, this trail really turns into some cruisy, doozy miles. Very easy to walk. How in the hell does a boat get out here? And then you have like a little kiddie pool over here. Dean Creek. We're gonna stop and fill up here. Look at that, beautiful water. Beautiful water source. Just finished topping up. Now we're gonna head to the campsite where we're just gonna rest for a couple of minutes, eat something. We've made it to the Dean campsite. Now this is where I was originally planning on spending tonight, but like I mentioned earlier, we're pushing it into town. I think it's only about 6 miles, so Navarre is where I was planning on spending a couple 0 days anyway, so it just made sense to get the hotel tonight and bypass this. But this is a pretty sweet site. Lots of open space. Leaving the Dean campsite for the final push to Navarre. It's about 6.5 miles, but I needed to stop and eat something to get myself the rest of the way through today. But these miles should be pretty cruisy, like what we have been traveling. There's, I think, maybe a few little ups and downs, but not too bad. And then it's a road walk into Navarre. A couch. Some of the stuff I've seen in this western portion of Eglin is very interesting. I believe this is Nelda Road. Now we just take a right and I think follow this up to exit the Eglin Air Force Base. It's official, guys. We have exited the Eglin Air Force Base. Take a left onto River Road. Meeting up with State Road 87 again. I believe this is the East Bay Trailhead. Actually, there's a sidewalk on this side as well. There it is. Welcome to Navarre. Bathroom break. I see a little picnic table out here too. Take a quick rest. All done with the bathroom break, water break. Now it's on to downtown Navarre. A couple of food truck options over here. Coming to the end of 87 and meeting up with Navarre Parkway. You can see the blaze over there. I have to cross this crosswalk to get over to that crosswalk to get across the street. Got across. I don't think the crosswalk signals work. So I had to pick my point and then sprint. Look at that old car. All done there at the Turkish food truck. That was delicious. I even got a gyro to go and some hummus because it was so damn good. Now I got to figure out how to get to my hotel. I got to cross this busy ass street again. Well, they got food trucks all up and down this street. This is a busy little area, but it's pretty cool, pretty neat. There is no sidewalk though. I see like a bike lane. I see somewhat of a shoulder. Been kind of walking along like the grass over here. Right across the way is the bridge to Navarre Beach, which is where the Florida Trail continues. One more stop to make before I head to the hotel for the night. There it is. The Days Inn Suites. Well guys, that was one hell of a day. I can't wait to jump in that bed, chill out, watch the final, I guess, the final four, but the last game, since I missed the first one. It just took way too long to get here with dinner and picking up a few things before I came into the room. But this is a pretty decent little spot at the Days Inn. Very clean. Yeah, this will work. I'm exhausted. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Thanks.